Type O positive. O positive is the most popular blood type on Earth. About 38% of all humans have it. If blood types were at a party, O positive would be the one who somehow knows everybody, gets along with the DJ and the caterers, and is still there helping clean up at the end. The red blood cells have no A or B markers on them, but they do carry the Rh protein. That's the positive part. And that combo makes them compatible with a massive chunk of humanity. Hospitals keep it stocked like a pantry staple. When someone comes in bleeding and there's no time to figure out their blood type, O positive is often the first thing that goes in. It's not quite the universal donor, that crown belongs to someone else, but in the real world, O positive is quietly doing an enormous amount of the work. Type O negative, this one's the legend. O negative is only in about 7% of the population, but it carries more responsibility than almost any other blood type on the planet. No A marker, no B marker, no Rh factor, just clean, pure, universally compatible red blood cells that virtually any human body will accept without question. This is the universal donor, the blood type that goes into a patient when there's absolutely no time to check what type they are. Trauma bays keep it ready. Military medics carry it in the field. Neonatal intensive care units won't be without it. The twist? O negative donors can only receive O negative. So the most giving blood type on Earth is also the most restricted when it needs help itself. If you're O negative, blood services everywhere need you, not someday, now. Type A positive, reliable, consistent, found in about 30% of people worldwide. This blood type that just quietly handles things. The red cells carry the A antigen and the Rh protein, which gives A positive a solid list of donors it can work with. Now, this is fascinating. And in Japan, blood type isn't just a medical fact, it's basically your personality horoscope. Type A, people are said to be organized, precise, and slightly high strung. Millions of people take this seriously. People ask blood types on dates. There are type A specific drinks at certain cafes. Science thinks this is charming, but incorrect. What science has found is that A blood types show a marginally higher risk of certain heart related conditions. Not dramatic, not destiny, but a gentle nudge to maybe go for a walk. Type A negative, rare, quietly essential, and almost certainly not getting the credit it deserves. Only about 6% of people have A negative blood. It carries the A antigen, but skips the Rhesus factor entirely, and that absence turns out to be medically significant in a very specific situation. Pregnancy. When a Rhesus negative mother is carrying a Rhesus positive baby, her immune system can look at that baby's blood and essentially flag it as foreign. It doesn't recognize it. And the immune system, being the immune system, decides to do something about that. This is called Rhesus incompatibility, and left unmanaged, it can become serious. The good news is medicine figured this out decades ago. A treatment called Rhesus immunoglobulin steps in before the immune system goes rogue. But it's a perfect example of how your blood type stops being a trivia answer and starts being a real, meaningful thing to know about yourself. Type B positive. B positive sits at around 9% globally, but it's far more common across South Asia and East Asia. Geography actually shapes which blood types dominate a region, which is its own remarkable story. The red cells carry the B antigen and the Rhesus factor, and compatibility wise, B positive manages reasonably well. Back in Japan's blood type personality world, B positive is supposedly creative, individualistic, and a little unpredictable. This is considered charismatic in some circles and slightly alarming in others. Allegedly, and this part is genuinely wild, some Japanese companies historically factored blood type into hiring decisions. Not performance reviews, not qualifications, blood type. Scientists are not endorsing this, but the culture around it is real, widespread, and has been going on for nearly a century. Type B negative. Only about 2% of people have B negative blood, which makes it one of the types that blood banks quietly panic about. The B antigen is present, the Rhesus factor is absent, and B negative donors can give to both B and AB patients, positive and negative, which is a broader reach than its tiny population numbers would suggest. The challenge is simply scarcity. There aren't many B negative people, and the ones who exist often have no idea how useful they are. Blood services around the world are essentially hoping B negative people figure this out and walk through the door at some point. If that's you, they're waiting. Type A, B positive. If O negative is the selfless one, AB positive is living its best life. AB positive is the universal recipient, meaning people with this blood type can receive red blood cells from literally any other type. Both A and B antigens are present, the rhesus factor is there, and when blood from any type arrives, the immune system essentially shrugs and lets it in. Only about 3% of people have it, so it's rare, but it's also arguably the most medically comfortable position to be in if you ever need a transfusion. The catch: a B positive red cells can only go to other AB positives, so as donors, they're limited. But here's the twist: a B positive plasma can go to anyone. So they're still getting called in just through a different door. Type A, B negative, the rarest of them all. Fewer than 1% of people on Earth have AB negative blood. If you're in that group, you belong to one of the most exclusive clubs in human biology, and blood banks know exactly who you are. The cells carry both A and B antigens but have no rhesus factor, and as a recipient, AB negative individuals can work with any of the rhesus negative types. But the real value is in the plasma. A B negative plasma, like AB positive, can be transfused into any patient regardless of their blood type. That makes it genuinely precious, far beyond what its tiny population share would imply. In many countries, blood centers keep personal contact lists of AB negative donors and reach out directly when supplies drop. Whether that feels like being recognized or being slightly hunted probably depends on the day. The rhesus factor: every blood type we've talked about ends in a positive or a negative, and that single symbol is doing a lot of quiet work. The rhesus factor is a protein called the rhesus D antigen. Either it sits on the surface of your red blood cells or it doesn't. If it's there, positive. If it's not, negative. That's it. But getting it wrong in a medical setting, transfusing rhesus positive blood into a rhesus negative person, can trigger a serious immune response, especially if it happens more than once. About 85% of people are rhesus positive and will never have to think about this. The 15% who are rhesus negative, particularly during pregnancy, occasionally find it becomes very relevant. Doctors pieced the rhesus system together in the 1940s, and when they did, a lot of previously unexplained transfusion reactions suddenly made sense. Put it together with the ABO system, the A's, B's, and O's, and you have the complete picture. 2 letters and a sign, everything your blood is telling the world about itself. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. Until next time, stay safe